What's up, y'all? This is Xander Tzadwa, founder of Across the Culture. Welcome to the second episode of season 1 of 180. This season is focusing on essential hip-hop questions, and the next question I'm looking to answer is, are hip-hop producers real instrumentalists? Not only do I want to give more respect and, credibility to what hip-hop producers can do, I think it falls in line with question 1 about defending the musical merit of people that make hip-hop. The short answer, are hip-hop producers real instrumentalists? Yes. The long answer is mostly answering the question, what is an instrument and what's an instrumentalist? I like referring to Kanye West because there's a lack of classical training, but there's a clear mastery of objects that create sound to make, intentional sonic pieces of art. And despite his reputation for being very boastful, Ye is actually really humble about his musical pedigree. There's a quote from an interview that I like to point to when really getting into Ye rhetoric and the truth of his self-perception. In 2013, an interview with Zane Lowe, he was asked about criticism he received for, getting into design and fashion and the idea that he's not a real designer. And his response, again, is surprisingly self-effacing and humble. I've got a million people telling me why I can't do it, that I'm not a real designer. I'm not a real rapper either. I'm not a real musician either. I don't know how to play the piano. I'm an artist. I went to art college. Italics on the art college, of course, because he is a master of expression. He understands how to use tools to express through a given medium, and he just happened to be really good at and famous for doing that through sound. He can't play any of the traditional, 6 categories of instruments. A bowed string, woodwind, percussion, brass, keyboard, guitar. But a musical instrument, at its simplest, is a sound-producing object used with intention to make music, right? So when you talk about an MPC, Kanye can play the hell out of an MPC. He can play the hell out of a sampler keyboard. And through, various YouTube videos of him making beats, it doesn't seem like he's the most well-versed with digital audio workstations, but chances are he's familiar with Ableton, with Cubase, and people that use such things to not just mix and master, but, FL Studio or Logic to produce beats are also instrumentalists with Logic, Pro 10, or Fruity Loops as their instrument of choice. Again, with Kanye, he might not be able to play every instrument in a studio, but he knows how to utilize his voice. He knows how to utilize clunky machines to turn, vocals into something completely original. And the idea that a hip-hop producer is not a real instrumentalist because they don't have a classical training just shows that our definition and understanding of music limits and does a disservice to people making the most impactful music today. So, again, are hip-hop producers real instrumentalists? The answer is yes. And the idea of what an instrument is or what musicianship is should be expanded. Thank you for listening. This was episode 2 of 180. Peep the next one.